Hi friends. After explaining the design aspect of this program, I explained the code meticulously. As I told you, if you are confident enough, without watching this video, you try to write the program, or otherwise, after watching video also, you can write nothing wrong in that, because every time you must test your knowledge. By testing your knowledge only, your self-confidence is crystallized. That is very important. Outsider should not test. You should know. You should know. That's why it's the last phase, the ninth program, ninth and 10th. Suppose if you are able to write this program 100% correctly, that you can issue a certificate to yourself. That point always you remember. By that only, your confidence is so crystallized. You are driven by your confidence, self-confidence. That point always you remember and proceed. Now, first let us define the blueprint class. Let us name it as a room. A room in Pascal case, however, it is only one word. Just name it as room. Here, how many instance variables are required? 4 instance variables are required. One is room name. You name it as room name only in camel case. Thereafter, 3 properties are there: length, breadth, and height. For any room, length, breadth, height. 3 properties are there, and you must declare them with a float only. Don't declare them as int, because we cannot say a particular room's length is 10, 15, 10, like this and all that. That's why float is generic. That's why I declare them as float. Thereafter, a room constructor you define, and for this, how many parameters are required? 4 parameters are required, because there are 4 instance variables, and the same order you follow, and short names you can give. For room namesake rn, and length sake lng, but don't give lbh, lng, and breadth sake brd, height sake hgt. That's good. Then room constructor is defined. By that, whenever you call the constructor, the instance variables are initialized. Okay. Thereafter, what we have to calculate? Calculate floor area. For calculating floor area, what is the formula? Length into breadth. Length into breadth. However, what is the return type of the method? Return type should be, obviously should be float, because we are manipulating float values. That's why return type should be float. Now, float fa, that is, fa represents, that is a local variable. It represents floor area. Whenever it is calculated, it is stored in fa, and ultimately we are returning it. Then calculate floor area instance method is over. Thereafter, second instance method, calculate 4 walls area. Like this only give. Actually, if you give short names and all, the people cannot understand. But conventionally, Java always prescribes you to write complete names. But as far as method names are concerned, like calculate and all the short names you can use. Now, this also, what is the formula? Now, 4 walls area, 2h into L plus B, 2 into height into L plus B. L plus B, this is a length into breadth. You must write within parenthesis only. Otherwise, it is a logical error. You get wrong result. It is not a syntax error. A syntax does not bother about your formula. If you write a wrong formula, right from a formula, it does not bother. It simply calculates and gives result. That's why you don't forget parenthesis, and like that you write formula, it returns float value. And now, because of this formula, then 4 walls area is calculated and stored in W4A. That is indicative. One can understand what is that. Thereafter, you are returning it. With that, second instance method is also over. Now, third instance method, room demo. Room demo, actually, already I showed you the output. But in my programs, I am showing you. If you do other programs and all that, they simply write, give you task like writing, calculating, and printing room areas. Like that, only abstractly one line of statement they give. But then, in such case also, you must write it. Write it on a paper. If you are a beginner, you write it on the paper in which contents and which format you are expecting that write it on paper, and it is like a clearly defined task or destination of your program. In this case, however, I don't want to trouble you. That's why I have given. And one more thing you have to understand: simply putting outputs is not good practice. What are the corresponding inputs also you put? Suppose your marks report is there. In mark report, simply putting total marks, average marks, and percentage of result is not good. Good, because you don't have complete information. How many marks you are getting in individual papers, you are not able to know. That's why all input items also in output format is present. So with reference to input values only, the reader can understand the output values. That's why in this what you have given, uh, the format already I showed you. Strictly follow the format, and room name, thereafter its length, breadth, and height. How I am formatting and all that, you see that elegancy. Every bit I need not explain. It is very difficult. That's why you observe that which smartness I am following. And number two is, as I told you, you are going to be a professional. That's why units, here in this case feet, you must write. You must write. Without writing units, it is not professionalism. You are underestimated. That point you have to understand. Whatever may be, it may be rupees, it may be feet, it may be square feet, it may be cubic feet. All that you must specifically write, and you format it properly. Thereafter, you have to floor area. Floor area you have to print. In order to print floor area, actually what you have to do, you call that one. Calculate floor area method you call, and in turn it prints uh, floor area, and calculate for four walls area method you call, in turn it prints. By this, your output is printed in an elegant format. Okay, that point you have to understand and proceed. Now, blueprint class is ready. In a blueprint class, how many elements are there? Four instance variables are there, one constructor is there, three instance methods are there. Blueprint class is ready. So, whatever number of objects you require, you can do that. You can create and proceed. Now you see, now we are writing the main class, that is the implementation class. If you are working on GDB, you must name it as a main. If you are working on any other compiler and you want to give some other name like room demo, you can give. However, for the sake of uniformity, where main method is declared, you can call it as a main class. That is a good practice also. It is highly readable. Okay. Thereafter, in the main method, what you are doing, you are defining main method. In the main class, you are defining main method with the corresponding signature. Thereafter, instantiation of object, creating objects. Now we are taking room class and defining RM1. RM1 means room 1. RM2 second object. I like that you give, because which names we give and all that later. RM1. Now you are giving four values. You have to pass four values for calling constructor. What are they? A drawing room. You are giving it a drawing room. 20, 15, and 10. Actually, don't forget suffix f, otherwise it leads to error, because we declared instance variable length, breadth, and height as float. That's why you don't forget it. Okay. Now one more thing, already I told you, drawing room means it should not be 10, 10, 10. Of course, some congested houses may be that. You go on average basis, normality consider. So I have given what, 20, 15, and 10, a normal drawing room. Okay, that I have given. That point also always remember, it reflects your common sense. Common sense means you have to study the surroundings around you. For that, you need not take a paper or you need not make any research. A simple observation a child also can do. Thereafter, RM1 dot room demo you call, then the corresponding output is printed. Next one, RM2, that is study room. Study room and drawing room. Actually, dimensions I have given differently: 12, 10, 10. Otherwise, 10, 10, 10. So, like that, it should reflect. One thing I am telling you: if you give like this and all that, nobody will give you a gold medal. Don't expect that. But if you don't give and all that, you are undermined. Okay, that point you understand. You call a room to room demo. In turn, second output is printed. This is the way. This is a professionalism for a small program. So, gradually, while you are performing program, everywhere in every bit, you can demonstrate your professionalism.